the tribe's rituals. Ones who turned their backs on the goddess.
Ah, yes.
Wickedness doomed them.
Was it really their wickedness, or the wickedness of like 0.01% of the population?
Water, earth, and steel.
Yeah. She's voice acting. You're welcome.
We have to do something special for you.
Intense. Rather intense special stuff. You're gonna learn some things about me, Mario, and I hope you're very accepting. Yes, we know exactly what kind of cake she's talking about. Peach is a straight-up freak, and I love that about her. Talk about hot-headed, am I right? Hold on. Talk about hot-headed, am I right? There we are. That is the seriousness. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, your shorts are appearing on my recommended... Yes! 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 I gotta upload a few more of them. Come on. Come on. Oh, this is one. Come on. Oh, yes. Oh, thank goodness. Key to the death. Oh, at least it's done. At least it's done. Oh. That was a horrible fight. Oh no. Well, I mean, he tore through us, but we also tore through him. Because I was saving before? I don't know.
Was a charter member of the infamous 40 Thieves. For once, it appeared
that really
plenty
gets
of backup to help out with this job.
Every like
When we
fictional
arrived, however,
character
we were
with
shocked to
significant
find most of the thieves
ancestors,
had already
they just get
retired.
around
Having
throughout
made their
history
fortunes and gotten older,
and media.
these great
It's
thieves had decided to call
you gotta love it.
and enjoy their golden years in peace.
Inhabit shell. Oh! Well, it seems we've got a little something downstairs. Oh no, that's horrifying. Oh, that is horrifying. I mean,
my own heart.
they know what they like. Can't argue that. On beat again. Okay. Circle around you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. What? By the other what? Man, that makes no sense. Like 5 feet, I guess, is the difference between, safely landing on a jump and then instantly dying. Okay.
Just don't think this means I enjoy it.
Don't worry.
I mean, have you seen the clips of me laughing? Maniacally? There we are. As I stab the people. Aloy, you can say what you like about this. But, I have a fun time. I know. And the Rainbow Heart, a Rubik's Cube with just one that couldn't be solved. The one square in both the blue and the yellow that are the opposite colors. Oh, that's so true. And the worst part is that they come with instructions. Why it goes so much faster? Hello. Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful day. 9:04 is the time, I'll say. Sorry about this, I got half hour late. I thought it would just be, real simple. I just set everything up, as I normally do. Watch it off of my Xbox. Just go through that, rent it, catch up. But no, it's a virus protection, not virus, copyright protection thing. That meant I couldn't play the thing through my capture card, despite that being the whole setup I have and the most convenient way for me to hear audio. Yay! That was fantastic! I should also remind myself... Where is this one here? Send out a little test on Twitch to make sure that's working just fine. Everything should be fine. Yeah, look, there it is. Pops up there on the Cloudbox one, so I can keep track of everything. Wonderful! And now we just put in the time. Time. Oh, how it flies. And yeah, my pretties, are you having a good day? Has it been fun for you? It's been... not the best day. Went to the doctor to try and get a prescription for ADHD medication. It can only come through, a psychologist. Not psychologist, yeah, a psychologist. That's the one that deals with medications. Despite me already being officially diagnosed with ADHD, which just adds a whole complication on my part. So, yay. On top of that, I can't go to the most convenient place for me to go. I have to go what is technically in my, district. Despite the fact, every public transit line apparently heads out of my district where I live. So that's a lovely bit of oversight. Yay. Oh. Anywho, what shall we be doing today? Well, we will be doing a watch-along for the Morbius movie, because I just couldn't resist the memes of it all. So be sure to have brought your own copy, but do not worry, this is going to be staying up on YouTube after all, so you can sync up and watch this whenever. I'll be doing a countdown when I'm about to start. We'll go into the specific details of it after the call to action, but yeah, need your own copy, and sync it up as best you can to myself. I, for obvious legal reasons, you know, cannot just show Morbius. Even if it is, like, the consensus, the critical consensus, hot trash, I can't just show that hot trash on my stream without getting my channel nuked. So, yeah. You have to sync it up on your end, and it'll just be like going to a film with a very talkative friend. So, I hope you enjoy. It just seemed like a fun thing to do. And after that, if I'm really feeling like that, and after bathroom break, because I'm going to try and just go the full time without one, so you don't have on your end, pause and stop. Anywho, after that, if I'm in the mood, I might just do a quick review of it, you know, and then just highlight that section and upload that on the other channel altogether. So, we'll see. Anywho, where was I? I believe that's about everything, so let's just do a quick call to action, set up the time, and then we'll sync up as best we can. For those in the playback, I hope you have a wonderful time. For those on the YouTube channel, Hot Passion Gaming, be sure to like, comment, share the video about the place, and to subscribe and hit the bell. Not only for this channel, but my other channels, Hot Passion Projects. And my own channel, I talk about whatever I want to do with today's media. Where was I? You can find the link to the Batsix's channel, Batsix and Twitch, and nation at those on Twitch. Be sure to clip every Kenvin video, and be to your host, listen on other hosts to help promote visibility of the stream, and first and foremost, give me a follow, not only on Twitter and all my social media accounts. I can find me in my link tree, including uploading podcasts. A podcast about gaming, tech news, and a fair bit of rambling between myself, Silas, and hopefully the future Mac. Be warned, it's not PG-13. What else can you do? Oh yes, you can donate to the new PC fund, which you can do by typing in !donate. Now on both chats, just all together, I've got the chatbot working, I got the commands working there, it's perfect. Anywho. Look in the description, look at my link tree for links to my Ko-Fi, link tree, and Streamlab donation pages, as well as a Patreon page you can pledge to. Of course, by no means feel obligated to donate, your time is already more than enough, I appreciate you being here. And whether live on the VOD. Sincerely, thank you for being here. Where else was I? Oh yes. No wait, I've lost it. Donate. Other bits of housekeeping? Yeah, I believe that's about it. Yeah, just 3 other bits. Shorts on YouTube. Watch them, like them, engage with them. It is helping the channel quite a bit. Getting a few new subscribers, getting people commenting on them. And, you know, hopefully it will pan out to increase viewership on the streams. What else? I'm gonna live with you. I'm getting easily distracted because I had to figure out, because I only have the one set of headsets. I need this one connected to je ne sais quoi. My controller for the Xbox out where I can hear the film, which means I had to connect the Bluetooth thing. I'm only using one of them, so it's coming through very choppy. Because I don't know why, but it is. And to that end, oh, to that glorious end. Oh, it's really distracting. Anyhow, the shorts, very helpful. Reddit, join, do all the good stuff there. Also, Discord server. Currently have a vote for what game I'll be playing on the next Friday. And after this Friday, I'll be done with Kenya Bridge of Spirits. So I'll be having another poll up very shortly for you to vote on. But we'll be taking up Friday, 2 weeks from now. So please do join the server, do all that wonderful community building stuff, and vote in the polls to see what I'll be playing next. Now, without further ado, I believe it's time for us to get on with the show. But in essence, that means I only turn off the music now, and let you get ready to watch the film along with me. Anyhow, where was I? Yes, without further ado, let's get on with the show. And mute that. Wonderful. I'm gonna say 16:02. And yeah, you're gonna have to just wait a little bit. Please, YouTube, do not be like this. Oh god, I hate the way they have it set up. Like, it shows a huge box around it. Yeah, you can click and then get the appropriate level. But in fact, there's no space there. No space there whatsoever. Anywho. 16. Oh, 2. I'm gonna click save. I said click save. There we are. Taking forever, isn't it? Oh boy. Now, add in a little test. Enter. Enter. Delightful. Now, I'm gonna try and be a bit talkative, you know, have a few laughs, point things out that I find weird or interesting. But I'm not gonna try and force it either, so there may be moments where I'm silent for a few minutes. But, there's some water. Again, I'm just not gonna hyperfixate on it. I'm gonna just let it come naturally to me. Not trying to force myself to be like Mystery Science Theater 3000 or any variety of that. But I'm not gonna be silent throughout this all the way through. Hope you don't mind. Now, what else? The rules of this will be, because I have it all ready, set up to go. Just gotta hit A to stop playing it on my end. And you guys will not be able to hear the audio. Thank goodness. That does remind me, I probably should edit audio properties. Before I forget about this, I said to monitor and output. No, monitor only, I mean. I want to monitor and output for what I normally use it for. So, anywho, that's me getting distracted. On the count of 3, and that's 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3, go. As soon as you hit the 3, press the play button in your end. And hopefully that syncs up well enough that it's not an annoying desync. This appears to be, well, I'm not going to go through the full credits, but it's 00. There's an hour and 44 minutes, 9 seconds. So, if whatever version you're watching is slightly longer or slightly shorter than that, this may not sync up perfectly for some reason. Okay, I believe that's enough jibber-jatter, enough jitterbugging all the way around this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Film is commencing through the blink bits now. Getting the logos and everything, and away we go. Away we go. Now. Don't switch. Gonna hit enter in this so we get the thing going. I'm dreadfully worried people have overhyped how bad this is. Because I'm worried it's not going to be good. If it's not so spectacularly bad, I don't know if I'll have a good time with this. It's like an upside-down horseshoe. You want to be at either peak. Either really good or really bad. You don't want to be in the middle. Upside, I'm not watching this with a capture card. I'm watching this in 4K. Oh god, I remember. Oh, that. A Marvel Legend is Born. Really trying to link those two together in your brain. That was a weird title font. Now, of course, I forgot to take off the subtitles, but they're going to distract me. And I switch. I can do it seamlessly, thank goodness. So we're in Africa, I believe? I missed that with fiddling with the subtitles, so I mean, one thinks it would be a safer way to carry that in. But what do I know? Hmm. Have they switched to CGI already, or... I can only hope the styles are very good. Oh god, what was that Marvel team that I'm remembering? Everyone critically panned, not New Mutants, so something. Hmm. And yeah, had basically a like another She-Hulk situation, a cousin or something related to Morbius. Got blood transfusion as well. Hmm. I thought he was the only good one to come out of that, but neat. Hmm. I believe he's trying, and they're kind of having the fact he had to get ripped for this, but hmm. I kind of wish he would look actually putting all his weights on the crutches there. It's a small detail, but still. I don't think that's wise, given as sick as you say to be. Oh, how silly. But I really like bats, as you can obviously tell. Uh, someone who just doesn't care. Okay. 25 years early in Greece. Sure. That's a relevant flashback. That's a good sign. When they don't start to this and then follow through sequentially, they hop all over the place in the timeline. A sure sign of quality. Hmm. Huh. How would you know that? Oof. That's sad. Eek. Oh, God. That's not easy for people. Oh. Seriously? I just... Okay, weird reference there, but... I don't know, I feel self-reinforcing, just people willing to show this. Ooh, dead already. Okay. Well, that can't be good. Oh, just sure, put a spring in it. That'll replace it. Has it been broken for a while? Or as soon as it happened? Okay. What kind of school for gifted children? The one we all hope it would be? I'm having too much fun with this. Hmm. That's neat. You could learn his actual name. Hmm. Oh! Convenient wind. Before I forget, like, just don't show kids being jerks. That's all I'm saying. Oh wait, no, it's very inappropriate. Jesus! I'm a literal psychopath, and even I wouldn't do this. Jesus! What's wrong with those kids? Just don't show this behavior. Goodness gracious. Well. Oh yeah, that's his actual name. I forgot about that. Okay. Sweden as a king? Also, maybe turn it down on the more lives than penicillin thing. Keep it vague, you know? You never want to get too deep into details with this comic book stuff. Someone with no shame. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Maybe you should have started going into details before referencing bells? Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. I don't think you should be taking it out. You just put it in. That doesn't seem healthy. Hmm. I... There is... Je ne sais quoi. A lot to be learned from nature that we just aren't, so... Hmm. Ooh. I do love chaos. Hmm. Well, I'm sure this will go fantastically. No adverse results whatsoever. And then pop goes the weasel. Oh no, it's just a sad rat death. Not even a funny one. Oh well. Just a nurse walking there in the background. Really sells the secrecy of what's going on here. Oh. I I feel like you'd get around fast on a wheelchair, but... Hmm... Sick kid to help drive motivation. Yeah, why are ears pierced? Not to say like it's wrong for a kid to have the ear pierced, I'm just would be worried about risk of infection. Oh, look at that. And now, instead of years of careful study and research into how this is happening, just shoot up yourself right away. Wonderful. That's it. What a jerk. I mean, nothing's technically impossible. You could win every lotto, technically. Just very improbable. Hmm. Hmm. So is he a rich kid? I guess he came in a black car. Hmm. Kind of feel the same about you, Matt Smith. Hmm. Hmm. That's a terrible response. Hmm. I want that jacket. I just want to whack him on the back of the head and take it. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. There's still plenty of time, but I'm getting the sense. Like, some critics might have been overly harsh on this. I don't know yet. You know, it's nothing spectacular yet, but nothing. Nothing spectacular, either good or bad. So, I don't understand why it's had such a negative reputation. Because, again, even like 40 or 50% is still rotten, so. Hmm. This hardly seems safe. Going through so much coffee right now. Hmm. What? Already? Surely you'd want to wait and observe for a little bit of time to see if it remains stable for like weeks. Not just, okay, this is good for 5 minutes, time to shoot up. What? Okay, that one got me. Just going for the reference without even knowing if it's still relevant. I relate to that. Again, flashbacks to Kilgrave from Jessica Jones. Nasty. Okay, someone's just shaking that table. Ooh, little flash in the eyes. Okay. Hmm. Well, this might not go so well. Hmm. I I wouldn't go on this kind of operation without a gun myself, so. Hmm. Huh? Don't go in there! I guess he's unlikable, so we don't mind he dies, but honestly, I just hate the trope. Yeah, he's literally the person you're there to protect, and you're opening fire on him. Well. I don't know, like, it's silly, but Morbius was a silly concept to begin with. I feel like he has to be willing to ride with it. Uh-oh. Yeah, Michael's not there right now. Jesus! What terrible hell. Okay, that effect is a bit rough. That's cool. I wish they had this, like, kind of carnage in, what's it, Venom versus Carnage. That would have been nice. It was actually, that was fairly bloody. That's neat. The bits of paint flecking off there as he's punching through the door. Hmm. That's... I feel like they killed him with all that live fire, but whatever. Hmm. Is he Spider-Man? Like, how is he getting back up there? I'm not gonna lie, I'm vibing with the smoke effects. That's just something I think is cool. Ooh, right for the throat. Ooh. I feel like that was a silly way to show it, but I do love that this is R rated apparently. Ah, wakey wakey. Hmm. No suckers like you had in the 90s cartoon, so not that dumb. And then the victims were slightly more horrifying as a result. I feel like this reveal could have waited. You know, we didn't need this right as he woke up. Hmm. Okay. She dead? Take your pulse, man. I I think she has a concussion. She hit her head pretty hard. She's been out of it for hours. I I think you should be doing your job as a doctor. Nope, instead he's deleting evidence. Oh no, he's just observing it now. Oh, he's sick to his stomach. Hmm. Okay. Well. Just- Did he just throw himself off? How do you know he'd survive that? Did he think it was that song with Swimmer? After being in crutches all his life? Is that a reference to Venom? She's still out of it? Oh no, he did delete the evidence. Ah. Ooh. Something terrible. Is that a reference? Dang it, he's gonna have to deal with that for the rest of his life every time he says the number 11. Oh, I feel bad for Matt Smith about that. Oh well. You're just able to sneak on in? Nobody knew you were on board, officially. You could just, like, come as yourself. Oh. Oh no, it's the female doctor. I didn't bother learning her name. Anywho. I thought it would... Ooh. Strength failing him. Hmm. Needs human blood to survive. Come on. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, for killing off like nearly 10 henchmen, you think that would have lasted a bit longer, but oh well. Oh, he's gonna time how long he needs to eat. Hmm. Okay. I think it's been a bit longer, but... Ooh. Alright. That hoodie went up and down real quick. Oh, so the artificial stuff sustains him as well. So, like, this is honestly a pretty perfect situation here. If you got fake blood, that does the job just fine. And seems to be a perfect cure. I I'd say start looking into that. Oh, the cute bats. They may be piranhas there, as far as these ones are concerned. But they're just so cute. Oh god, they should have highlighted that. They should... Oh, Jesus. They really should have kept its distance. Neat. Hmm. Okay. So he catches the ball. You know, would have been more impressive to, you know, just do this simple throw and have him catch it with his eyes closed. But that seems like a lot more difficult to set up. I mean... Oh, well, that's your problem. Well, how about you just mix it the two together? That should do it. God, I don't drink enough to know what it's like to put, like, the phrase for when you put Coke and rum. Or tequila. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. Oh. Like, and that's how he gets his powers, to be the villain of the film. Did you need a villain? Okay. Well, he copped onto that fairly quickly. Yep, he made himself into a vampire. Hmm. Yeah, he can stand on his own. Yep. Look at him! He's a vampire! What do you mean he... Why not? Kill people. There we are. Yeah. Oh, this is... He's murdered people in a black of rage. Yeah, I know you want it, but like... You have to understand how dangerous this is. I know it's so tantalizing and close, but you can't just... Look, it's terrifying. At the same time, be patient and let further research be done. But at a certain point, is this the best you can get? Like, so much blood goes to waste every time there's like a big massive blood drive because it's not enough need for it to get used up before it expires. It would be very easy to sustain a vampire population just with stable regular donations. Where was I? Like, at a certain point, you gotta respect people's choice to suffer through this, or like the terminal or crippling disease that they're suffering from. Hmm. Should you be showing this to a potential suspect? Why? Why would she know that? She's a doctor that specializes in like genetics and blood treatments. I mean, you think you'd do the best you could. That's a bit fishy. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think you needed to talk to her to figure out this connection, but Huh. Uh-oh. Has it been a while since he's gotten his fix? Huh. Nothing more terrified than the potential of what might be in the dark. You never know till it's too late. uh... Hmm. There was a switch to make that stop? Oh. Wearing the lab coat and everything. Ah. Uh-oh. Wait, how would you get the full staff in here without nobody noticing this beforehand? Why was this not discovered at the crack of dawn? Was it him or someone else? Because he's been wearing that shirt all night. I seem to remember the person draining the blood had a longer coat, but... Morbius, I don't understand your dilemma here. You have blood packs in there. Willingly donated. Like, I don't understand why you do this. Or use the crutches. Never speak to the cops without a lawyer. Okay, good. Hmm. That's leading. Again, do not speak to the cops without a lawyer. Also, never to admit anything without a lawyer either. I would have just run through the glass and got lost in the crowd. Jesus. Run, run as fast as you can. Can't catch him, he's Morbius, man. What? How did that? What? I'm gonna put a marker there for that clip. That actually seems fun. But how did you catch them? Does he have superhuman powers as well? Even if he does, how did that stop him? I don't think he would be in... Well, maybe for resisting rest, but... What? What an idiot. Yep. Never leave anything written down. God, how easy to identify. Some people just shouldn't get into the crime biz. Okay. Blacked out? Like, just be honest. Just, yeah, be straightforward. You black out, and you have no idea what you do when that happens. Again, you black out and can't be responsible for your actions. You're a danger to others, and that needs to be dealt with, but you're not actively malicious. Yeah, what if you think he's a vampire? Look. I don't care how much trouble it'll get me in. I'd throw him a bag of blood. Just for my own safety. Wonderful. Well, that could get you in trouble. Did you slip in a bag of that blue stuff? Well, why is he just looking in there? Also, why does he have like full security on him yet? We haven't. Yeah. So far, he's only done is trying to run, but you don't know he's a danger to others. Yeah. Explain that. Yeah. But who did then? The actual stuff. How suspicious. Ah. Where's the cane? Oh. Yep. I'm surprised nobody caught on to that detail. Time to have a sip. Sissy? Well. You've already lost them, boys. You already lost them. Why would you go back to the prison? Just climb up to the top of that rooftop and run. I think you might have already passed Milo at this point. Hmm. Huh. Hmm. Ooh! Well, he did follow through on that, didn't he? It's a bit shocky, but I'm having a good time. I think you have to set expectations appropriately. So, okay, not only did he find like one of the few newsstands left in New York City, he killed in broad night. Yeah. Yep, that is. I mean, that is accurate. But you have. There's more than enough blood out in the world to drink without killing people. There's more than enough. Okay, he's like manslaughtered one person and maliciously murdered one other. So, two vampires fighting New York City. I would not given him that jacket for this chase scene. I mean, at least Matt Smith is trying. I almost said Matt Fat there. Whoops. Ooh. Clever. Ooh. Damn. That's imp. Okay, he's... Oh. Oh my god, he's bringing the full Matt Smith energy. Okay. He has a power he doesn't. Hmm. Time to hop a ride. I would not have given Matt Smith this outfit for this particular fight scene. It feels ill-advised. Hmm. Okay. He looked visibly confused by his actions. Okay. Oh, so he can fly. Neat. I'm positive there's no justified reason for this. But the dance. I'm never gonna stop laughing at it. It's just too funny. Oh, oh, what a silly, silly movie. Uh-oh. Getting into some stalker behavior there. Again, the pants are just like way too loose. Hmm. Now. Huh. Okay. Wonderful. Uh. Ooh. How'd you find him? Uh-huh. Hmm. I mean, them on the boat. They're a cop. Hmm. Now, where was I? Sissy? I don't know. I mean, Jared's not the worst in this. Hmm. I mean, do you know that for sure? Have you? Well, I guess yeah. After drinking the blood that Milo provided, and then going back to the artificial stuff, it has still stayed a diminishing return. Fake bills. Hmm. Okay. And now he's a vigilante. Huh. Well, that's going well. Hmm. Oh, that's an unfortunate giveaway. Best top up if you're gonna go do the vigilante stuff. I was about to say I could swear regardless because it's R-rated, but I'm not actually showing anything, so I guess this is still technically PG-13. So long as you're only watching me. What? That looked idiot. Ooh. A lot of that seems idiot for some reason. Okay, that's a direct reference. Oh, they took out the line where he's just joking. Yeah, this is a film that was really just had a rough time with it because of the pandemic. Constantly delayed. It was meant to set up into other films, which it then couldn't because it got delayed for like 2 years. I was supposed to have references to Spider-Man for like No Way Home, but this ended up releasing after that. So yeah, this is a film that needed a lot of reshoots and dubbed lines apparently. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is gonna break me. Oh god. Matching tie to the shirt, okay. It's like I said, this is a silly movie. If you go into it without expectations, you can have a decent time. Hmm. Ha. Ha. Okay. Ooh. Just smash the glass into his face. Ha 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 ha. Hmm. Ha. Ooh, he's gonna kill them. Oh, they're dead. The dead men walking. Just by the mere fact the camera is staying on them. I don't know. I've had some people say Matt Smith should have been Morbius, but I don't know. They're both bringing a kind of like awkward charm to their characters. It's just one's doing the villain and one's doing a more heroic protagonist, the anti-hero. Hmm. Well. Hmm. Huh. Oh. Okay, this is a better jacket than the last one. Hmm. Oh, dang, only 30 minutes left. Okay. I will say, this has not been a bore to sit through. I'm pretty sure you could... I... You could have just followed her. Hmm. God, I don't remember what the full character name is. I only remember as Mr. Crown. Milo or... Whose house is this? Is this Michael Mobius's or Martine's or whatever name is? Huh. You don't say. Oh. Have you not eaten? Yeah, that's dangerous. And just top up, you know? Have some blood. Your fake stuff, the real stuff, you gotta have a few bags of it about. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Well, this is a surprisingly short movie, because there's still end credits as well. If you knock like a good 7 minutes off that, we're like near the last 20 minutes of the movie. Hmm. A band-aid. Yeah, okay. The more you have to insist upon it. The more you have to insist, the more it seems like you were about to. This is okay. I I mean, is he literally flickering in and out there? Was that just my TV being cheap? Yeah, my TV being a little cheap, but still. Hmm. I don't think they established that well enough, you know? Ah. You think they would have, like, broken that? Yep. Ah. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. Ooh. Yeah, that shouldn't be released. There's reasons they release information like that. Uh-huh. Jesus, he's going full ham. I love it. Oh. Yeah, you've gone full serial killer, Milo. There's only so much that will do. Mm-hmm. This could have been established as well. Hmm? Yeah, maybe that line could have been left out. It's sustainable. There's more than enough blood donations out there. Oh no! No! I don't think he can tell you anything after that, a punch like that. They went a bit too big with the scream. I don't think that's applicable. At least like in Marvel lore. Morbius is distinct for being a living vampire. Basically, you know, having a lot of the traits of a vampire, but still being a living organism. Compared to a vampire being undead. Oh, hello. Oh, I assume that's following. Thank you very much. Following or donating, thank you very much. Let me know what it was for. I have to yeah, while I'm here. Let's rearrange that. There we are. Just gonna hit the transition button, so that's fixed in future. God, what an absurd film. If it was related to something, watch along with the film. You'll probably have to start from the beginning on YouTube, but... Ooh, purple inlining. I want that jacket even more now. It will be mine. I've been having a hoot with this movie. Again, not a cinematic masterpiece, but I don't understand why it gets the amount of hate it does. I mean, even then, on like Rotten Tomatoes, it's only the critical side that's like 17%. The audience is like 71 last I checked. Like, nothing about this is inept, you know? I don't understand the hate from critics. Like, the overwhelming hate. I understand it's still being rotten by Rotten Tomato standards. But 17% bad? No, 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 no. There's far worse things than this. Come on. I feel like just a few more elements need to be built up in this movie. It's only an hour 30. For Marvel films, if one to stand at 2 hours and use that extra half hour well, you know, for character work, establishing people, relationship dynamics, it would have been, you know, fairly effective. Oh! It's getting serious now. Ah, and it's the purple smoke. The lining of the jacket, it pays off. Oh my god. This film. What a cinematic rooftop. Not often you see a bunch of those. Like, is that a dance floor or something? Why is that? Does it exist? Oh. Oh, don't die. Don't die. You still got one more of those, don't you? So is this going to go the full vampire route, or... So I don't know if this was something he could do in the comics. I'm not that deep into the lore. But then again, these are very interpretive. It's not exactly a one-to-one. So I guess if they want to go that direction. They give him the worst outfits for this. Oh no. Okay, that is kind of an impressive. I wish the CGI was a bit better in this. Because some of these shots they're trying to do with it are kind of cool. Also, they went way... Matt Smith already has kind of a big chin as is. They've overplayed it right now. It's certainly been overplayed. Don't damage the jacket. No matter what you do, the jacket has to stay intact. I mean, just do the blood hunt thing and keep a few bags of blood on you for this situation. Heal up in between blows. So he can fly and... Uh-oh. That's kind of a curved way to fall, but... Also a long time to fall. How did you... Okay, the physics of this aren't super light. Jesus, he's taking a lot of blows in a row. I feel like Milo's done more damage to himself this fight than Morbius has. Ah. Oh, look at that. Bats. Oh no, that was just pointless. Just went out to nowhere. Okay, I thought there would be like a calling card for bats or something. No, just a scream. That's disappointing. Oh wait. Is it actually coming? Did I call it right? Ah, he called it. He called in the bats. God. I'd have to do research on it myself, but like... God, what if you could pick one animal to just summon at will, what would you pick? You know, just like spontaneously from the ether. Just via magic. I mean, bats are tempting. I think something like insects, like a bee or something, or wasp. That would also be very useful. I have no explanation as to why this is making him stronger. So he's actually taken time into research and harness his abilities outside of just like the super strength that comes intuitively. Okay, what is this? I will admit this is not going over as poorly with me because I really like bats. So I'm happy to see them on screen. Oh, so he can just control them. I mean, it's silly, but I like it. I like the silliness. I like him that he can control bats. It's fun to me. Oh, is that supposed to be an antidote? Oh, no. I think it's too late. It's already in. He's cured you. Well, at least tried to. Oh, wait, no, it's the poison stuff. It's a bit too late for that. I don't know. Maybe if it's established, like... Lucian, that was his name. Lucian Crown. If it was established a condition was causing a mental deterioration, causing them to behave more and more erratically as they deteriorated, and this just went over poorly with him. He was at that stage where he's already fairly erratic, and then he also got like superpowers that, while it restored the physical capabilities, it did nothing to fix that kind of damage. That might have served as like a nice world building, and also a better justification for why he started acting out like this. He was very bitter, resentful, and now he had the physical strength to lash out and be violent. But as is, it just kind of comes out of the blue. But we'll talk about it later. I'll have to remember that point. Escaping like Batman. Now, Batman can only glide downwards, falling with style. He can actually fly, and it actually did work. So, villain for sequel, I guess? Will this get a sequel? Probably not. I'd have to say probably not. They shouldn't have held this. They should not have held on to this. It was only gonna hurt the perception of it. Because there was like originally a decent chunk of Michael Keaton in this film. He's still listed under the cast when you search for it. But yeah. Yeah, he's completely missing from this version of the film. So that's great. They really should have held on to this to try and get back in cinemas. It should have been straight to VOD. Back during that stage. It would have had a kind of reception, holding on for it as long as it did, and then seeing like 2 other films that were supposed to come out before it release. Like, it just would have it just negatively affects perception. Okay. Okay. We're getting that, are we? Reality breaking down. Hmm. Ah. Why is he acting surprised? Why is he just in the end credits? Okay, so... Ah. Probably you have nothing to charge him on in this reality. Okay. I feel like there should have been a lot more of him, but they probably had to reshoot that. Also, the cardinal mistake of like all comic book films, so God, last 15 years now, I want to say, of always having to kill off the villain, except for the few exceptions like Loki. Oh, it's so tiring. It's so tiring. Because it never challenges them on the morals, you know? Because getting to the point where, like, in a fight where the villain cannot fight back anymore, despite doing terrible things, you know, when they are presently no longer danger, then pushes you to the moral limits of, like, you kill him for the greater good? Is that just, you know, cruel, sociopathic moral calculations? Like, there's some good work there. But it always skips it. Driving away in a Ferrari. Incredibly discreet. No one will ever notice. Yes, this has to be in reshoot territory. It just has to. Huh. So he's just gonna hunt for wild animals at this point to sustain himself? What? Hmm. Huh. Okay, we're still in the end credit scenes. I'm confused by all this setup. Feels like it should have been somewhere in a movie proper, but... Ha! They always try and rush the Sinister Six angle. They always try it. They always try it. I'm gonna look through this now, because that was... Is there anything else? Any more stuff going on here? Oh, there's no... Oh, there is, thank goodness. Ah, what? I can't scroll through? Oh, really? Okay, I can just manually. No, that's the end of it. Well, I will be right back, because this entire time I have not gone for a bathroom break. So I'm going to go do that now, and then I'm going to do just a brief review that I'll probably clip and then like upload to the other channel, Sod Passion Projects. BRB. Transition. Oh, with strike from above, okay. You always want to fleece your enemies before you kill them. Yeah, see you all very soon. Transition. Haha.
What was that?
Well, let's find out. Ooh. Delightful. No, you're not. Oh, I love that. Oh, human kill. I get a lot for killing humans, it seems. Oh, that's gonna be clipped.
What were you saying about vandalizing government property?
Oh, is that robot? Oh, well, they mean to a robot. Never be mean to robots. Robots are nice. Let's get you out of here and into a more open area that isn't just a pain. Oh no, look at that, that's a normal enemy. Oh no. Oh god, that's not good. That's not good, it's a normal enemy. Oh no. Sneak up behind on this one. Now, let's hope for... Nope, no sign of it. Oh, every time. Every time. I do like taking them from behind. And now we have a clippable moment. Okay, we head on over to you. We mount you. Phasing again. Is that close enough? Who could say? Wakey wakey. Now, let's enjoy our little secret over here this time. We'll enjoy our secret this way another time. And now, without further ado, it's time to say ta-ta, Wiedersehen. No. That's the end of the stream. Without further ado, it's time to get back into the action. Nothing here. Acquire this. Starlight Shard, delightful. What else? What else? No. I said beeline it. Oh, there's a church. That usually has good stuff in it. Ah. I'm good. I don't know about you. But it doesn't gotta be a fight. Oh boy. To sex, note to self. Oop, I didn't finish that word. Jesus. Note to self. Only magic next time. Only magic against them. Oh boy, that's a lot we have to reclaim. Finally. Okay, fears missed. Delightful. Oh, that was insufferable. Just use the blood sword. No, but the perfectly dodging, that's the thing. It's like, not just for my spells, it's also for my melee attacks. I tried that against Roger, and it's like... you can't touch this. Suddenly, Mortal Kombat is still... Oh, look at it. It's just a big, giant robot panther that... Ooh, we could ride. Phrasing. But no, it does look like it has a saddle right there. Oh, bump off. Ah, oh, bump all the way off. All the way off with that nonsense. All the way off. Ooh. That's so annoying.
Your flesh safe.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. This is working out. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, my pretties. Just give me a brief second. Finishing up with some retweeting to promote the remainder of the stream. Oh god, I'm still laughing at parts of the film, so... I don't know. Ah, god. My main question, and I will repeat this when I start doing the review proper, did they do what they did with Matt Smith intentionally? Were they self-aware? Or did they expect for it to be taken seriously? I don't know, man. I think I said this during the movie. I'll repeat myself, but like, just what to talk whilst I'm figuring out all this retweeting I'm doing right now. It's not spectacular. In a very good sense, but also not a bad sense. I am baffled by how harshly this thing has been bombarded by critics in comparison to what we get. Nothing I see here is worthy of, like, 17% bad, you know? Like, low 30s, mid 40s, I could understand that, certainly. There's been other films along this line that have also gotten that treatment, but, like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes critics are just really harsh on less serious films that just get a lot more press coverage and notoriety behind them just because they have a bigger budget and there's a bigger advertising campaign and thus garner a lot more attention. It's like, I have to repeat all that. That wasn't just a brief little thing. That was actually pretty insightful, I think. So, yay. Look forward to hearing that again. Anywho. Now that's all out of the way. let's see. Let's see. I was hoping for a few more chats, but oh well. Probably will just refresh. Actually, I think I might hide that bit right now. Click on the close-up. Where is it? There we are. We're just gonna hide you. Transition over. Yeah, we'll fix it. We'll show it for a little moment. Anyhow, here's how this is gonna work. Basically, I'm just gonna start off like it's a normal intro to one of my videos and proceed from there and just highlight it and ship it onto the other channel once appropriate. So, hello, my pretties. Welcome back for the first time. Now, this is a very extra special episode, not only because this is being recorded with my Vtuber model, but also it's being recorded live, and I shall be clipping it later, whilst also keeping the thing up and available, the original stream, which was a watch-along, which, yeah, you can go back to at any time. If you rent the movie, have it on Blu-ray for some reason. Maybe you found it in the bargain bin in the future. Who could say? But, yes, for any reason you want to watch that, head on over to Solid Passion Gaming and just search up Morbius. There'll be a playlist for various watch-alongs that you can find it under. It will be the first of them. Yes, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Those watching this live as well, be sure to do that. Even if you're on Twitch, head on over. Speaking of, I multi-stream, but yeah. Anyhow, this is already getting away from me. As you can probably see, based on the thumbnail I'll make for this, I have no idea what it'll be at this time. We're going to try and have a brief, concise, hopefully, review of Morbius. A Marvel Legend is Born. Had a pretty good poster to begin with, but oh boy. Oh boy. So, let's just, hyper spoiler alerts here. I'm just gonna give a brief run through the chain events we get, and then go over like my thoughts on some of the characters and the concept in the story, and my thoughts overall. Anyhow, real briefly, we start off with Jared Leto just going out himself with a crippling disease to capture some vampire bats, I believe in Africa, Brazil, something. I missed that part, trying to turn off the subtitles, and I'm not going back to check. Seems dangerous and reckless, but it also does kind of, establish the character. He does willingly turn himself into a human, test subject, after immediately getting successful trial. Like, immediately. Anywho, then we have a flashback that, to be honest, to build up the two characters a little bit more, I probably would have put it before all of this, Have that be just like a cold open in their childhood and have it be a bit longer to, better establish these characters and the dynamics. Some reason, like, the weirdest thing I will say about this is some reason Michael Morbius just gets to name the other character, Milo. He does that to everyone next to his bed, apparently just after the original kid that was there moved on. But, like, he does have, Luxus Crown, I want to say his name is. He does have a proper name, and nobody refers him to that until the very end. And it's like, people who should not be referring to him like that still refer to him as Milo, and it's weird. And it is truly baffling. Truly, truly baffling. Anyhow, setting up them in the flashbacks, him going on to be a doctor after saving Milo's life. Even I'm referring to him as that. Anywho. And Milo gets violent with some bullies who just have the blackest of hearts. And it's like, can I just ask screenwriters just not to put that in? It just enables them. Enables people like that to keep doing their thing, thinking, yeah, some people are like this. I swear, I've never... I've never met someone that bad, and this is someone who got like bullied by like the entire younger class than me, just because like they were informed that I had Asperger's, and it was like, well, that's great. Even I don't see that. Like, who goes up to a building where they know there's just a bunch of terminally or like chronically ill children who, for all likelihood, may never find a cure to the conditions, and just laughs at them and calls them freaks? It's so baffling. It's just that is one of the most baffling parts of the film, and that's saying something given, Morbius, the living vampire. So, anyhow, then we just get some, establishing shots, not shots, but, character scenes, setting everybody up, running experiments, back and forths. One of the weakest aspects of this film, I would say, is like, again, I said this before, this whole film could have used an extra half hour just for like character work to set up like relationship dynamics and help like progress them as the film goes. That is like by far the weakest part of this when it comes to the actual comic book sci-fi stuff. That's fairly decent. It's a bit silly at times. Again, air quotes, living vampire. If you go with the expectation of something silly, you have a good time with this. Spoiler alerts. But, yeah. Little itch of the ear. Anywho, we get all that set up. Then we're on a ship. Again, immediately successful. And then instead of studying this to make sure we'll be fine for like hours on end and will deteriorate later, it's like, okay, let's shoot this into my spine straight away. As you could expect, it does not work out well, but not for the reasons you normally associate for human trials that are done recklessly. Instead of killing Morbius, it turns him into the living vampire. And then it's like the worst henchmen you could ever imagine. Because, like, these aren't hired by the bad guy, to attack Michael Morbius or anything. They're there to guard him, to make sure he's safe on this ship. And instead, it's like, oh, something's going on with her boss. I better, like, unload my entire clip of ammunition into him. Hopefully that will fix the problem. And they all keep doing this. And it's baffling. It's truly baffling. That, the hired help expected to, get away with this. Never be hired again and not have, like, hits put out on them for, like, a poor performance. For killing the person they were there to protect. I don't understand that for the life of me. Having a little sip of coffee, you get to live with that because I can't edit these things out. Well, I think maybe in the highlight thing of YouTube, but that's also not YouTube, Twitch. I'll be pulling this from. That's a lot of work. I'd rather just like pull the big section and then upload it. Easier for my ADHD brain to manage. Anyhow, baffling decision there. Doesn't work out for them. Actually does lead to some pretty cool horror action stuff. Not gonna lie, I feel like turning, oh god, yeah, this is a cliche from the comic book movies. Villain immediately starts off as like, just bad guy with the hero's powers. That is like a theme that's been going on. I will get into Matt Smith, because I do love him. Maybe, I don't know if they were planning and hopeful about the future. They probably should have saved him for a future film? And kept it to like a more human antagonist to keep these cool scenes up. That would have been neat. Anywho, doesn't go well. The love interest doctor gets knocked unconscious during this very cool action scene. It's very horror-esque. We love good lighting and mood setting there. CGI could have done with being a bit better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh well. But for the most part, like, just in terms of just pure action quality, regardless of, like, CGI, there's some pretty cool stuff there. And it is, like, hard R-rated between, like, all the vampire jumping, going for the throat, clawing the stomach. There was just one that got a good laugh out of me, where it's like, God was calling to report what was happening to whoever might still be alive. And Morbius is just like, nope, with claws, just straight across his throat. It's like, dang, I wish I could have seen this in Venom, in either of the Venom films. That would have been lovely. I'm thinking back to like Carnage escaping from prison and how like PG that was. Well, PG-13 compared to like what they were able to do with this. It seems like they really should have made that one R-rated. Because again, a lot of the action bits are the best thing in this movie. I will actually say that the action, for the most part, other than I think like the end fight scene, which is admittedly pretty weak, pretty good. Anywho, we get to there, calls in the ship, jumps in, expecting to be just fine swimming after being like anemic for all his life, just on crutches. Sure, why not? Then go over some like, some of the hard sci-fi stuff of just like detailing, examining his condition, which then serves as an in-way for Milo to discover what's happening and sip a dose for himself to then become the villain of the film with the same powers as the protagonist. Anyhow, he's just chilling there at that point and then has to make a run for it after a nurse gets away. Nurse at the hospital he's working at gets killed, thinking, oh no, I blacked out again, which is how the first action scene came about, with him blacked out because of the transformation. And it's like, but as we later come to find out, which, again, it's not the biggest surprise, it does get reviewed a few minutes later, but it was something I copped straight away. It was, in fact, Milo, because he was wearing an appropriate jacket for, like, what we see the person doing it, killing the nurse, whereas, Morbius was in this, like, I can only describe as a Renaissance shirt, a billowy Renaissance shirt, which honestly is a nice little bit of detail, because, like, between the vampire powers and hopping in and out of the shower and never directly seeing the person's face, and them having a similar hair color, and then keeping like the reveal at a distance, you could easily mistake it for Morbius. Anywho, he then tries to run from police. It for some reason doesn't go well. You think he'd just jump. He figures out he can fly later in the film, but yeah, again, they could have done with a lot of character work in various moments. This next two sections do seem to like drastically fly by. Anyhow, some reason just gets freaked out. The cop there, I don't know if he's superpowered or whatnot. They get a decent amount of screen time despite not adding a ton to the film. So, I forgot I wanted to call out. Whoops, donation thing. But let's put that away for now. Let's put that away. You saw it there. I want you to see the cane now. Let's hit that transition. Rainbow effects, delightful. Anywho. Oh, speaking of canes, we'll cover that in a moment. Anyhow, gets captured, and it's like, tell us what's going on here. It's like, I wish I could tell you, but I just don't know. And it's just like, I feel like you can explain, like you did experiments on yourself, and for the first killings on the ship, you blacked out entirely. I don't think that would be like a full exoneration, but that would surely follow under manslaughter to a certain extent. Especially then with testimony from, the other doctor, where they were just opening fire all willy-nilly after they saw, like, the state he was in, which then provokes you, especially in a blacked out state. I feel like that's reasonably easy to communicate. Of course, like, this also does bring a lot of guilt to Morbius, because he thought, oh god, I blacked out again and killed, the nurse. But no, we then discover, as Milo comes in to give him some blood and try and egg him on into being a greater vampire, give in to his dark side. He leaves his signature cane in Morbius' cell and walks away without it, which is the reveal for a pretty fun reveal, Matt Smith is a delight in this. I don't know how much of it was intentional, but honestly, he made me laugh out loud multiple times, just bringing his awkward energy to this deranged vampire serial killer. Like, it was a lot of fun to watch that character. That's all I can say. I laughed out multiple times at his antics. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's just a moment with him in the subway just dancing after beating some cops. Oh my god, that alone made this worth it. I didn't have the best day going into this, you know? Just a few stressful moments and trying to get ADHD medication, which is gonna be like a whole thing. I was really hoping previously being diagnosed would make the process like easier to go in and get a prescription, but nope. But this really did improve my day overall. Anyhow, we get that scene. He kills someone just out in the open and gets away with it. Like the one newsstand left in, like, I assume New York City. Which, honestly, baffling that he could get away with that. But he does call out, like, hey, you know, I'm Matt Smith. No one thinks I'm that harmful, right? I'm harmless. Literally rips the guy's throat out, so... he's not wrong. I can't fault him that. oh god, oh god. Anyhow, at this point, Morbius has figured all this out, has broken out, and is confronting him. And we also get another little cool scene in facing the cops. What's it? Honestly, I just like it. It's really clever. You know, just ripping off a bit of the tile. You know, pretending to get arrested, then using his strength to rip off some of the wall tiling in the subway. And then, attacking the one trying to handcuff him and using the tiling to, like, incapacitate the other one. Long enough for them to be dazed for him to do his shtick of just, like, ripping out their throats and whatnot. To feast on them a little bit. And then, it then brings the question if it was even necessary, because he then does beat up 4 cops in just remarkable alarming speed. I will say they get away with this as well by adding some smoke effects to them. It makes no sense why they have this. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for it. I kind of like it stylistically, so I'm there. I'd say that would be the biggest breaker for the film for you, if you can get on board with A, how silly it is, and B, the style choices it makes. If you can, just watching by the trailer and some of the stuff, you know, and you think, oh, that looks kind of cool, and I can get on board with a silly film like this, it's like, you'll probably have a good time. You go into expecting it to be a silly film. You know, it will be fine for you. Anyway, Morbius finds out he can fly. Some other stuff, threatens some people making fake money to steal the lab, and it's like, there's some, like, weirdly dubbed over lines, and this, even, like, the trailer of, like, the Venom, and it's like, then him, like, jumping back, that was edited out. I feel like that was one of the things that suffered the worst from, like, this originally supposedly coming out in, like, 2020 and then got delayed for, like, 2 years because of pandemic. And then, like, 2 films it was supposed to lead into then were released after the fact. So yeah, there's a few things that were cut out. There's also Michael Keaton for a good bit. Like, he's just thrown in at the end to try and set things up. I have no idea if that will pan out. Then again, I don't know what the budget of this film is. It made like a 165 back of the box office, but they also had that phenomenally bad re-release of $85,000. That's like, oh no. So that probably hurt its profitability, but at the same time, I feel like it happened early on enough. Actually, they did do a few trailer pushes, but then they realized, you know, far enough out they would delay it, and then delayed it again indefinitely until it just kind of eventually released. But they didn't have a big, as far as I was aware, media push for it. But then again, I had premium on for that by that point, so maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe the pandemic was just able to save them the bulk of the advertising costs and just barely made this film profitable. I mean, I certainly contribute to that this evening, renting a copy. Anywho, just a lot of stuff at this point that I can really skip over, which, again, probably should have had stronger character work in this movie. Moving on from there, we do kind of get into the weaker finality at this point. Matt Smith just being an absolute delight to watch, being this manic vampire serial killer who's just like living life to the fullest for the first time, having free reign and mobility. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of his awkward energy that he normally does to his projects into this serial killer. Completely unchanged and alterated at all. It really does feel like a lot of the same energy he brought as the Doctor. You know, in the more like looser moments, you know, more fun, silly moments. And honestly, it surprisingly works as in this film. Again, I don't know if it was intentional, but it made me laugh the hardest out of anything in this. It made me incredibly happy, so. Anywho, rushing through the anticlimax, a father figure who could have used more establishing, you know, the connection between Morbius and what's it, Milo. Even in this, it refers to as Milo. That's not the actual character's name. Jeez. Oh well. Just a strong emphasis there. Because, like, by this point now, like, he's figured out what's going on with Milo and what he's doing. And they really have a conversation about, like, you know, oh, Morbius being the favorite and me just being, like, pitied and then feared as othered. I just don't feel it was, like, built up to that at all, you know? The groundwork wasn't laid out. I'm not fully aware of what the relationship is between these people. Based on the interactions, all it is like, hey, I'll look after you as a kid, and hey, I'll look after you as an adult, you know, help you with your conditions. But it's like, I need more than that. No, I also should say Milo was helping to fund the stuff. He's rich, so, you know. But yeah. Where was I? Yeah, moving on from there, the girlfriend is killed, but spoiler alerts, you know. Skip a few seconds, hit the thing once or twice. It gets turned into a vampire, which is established at the end, but Morbius seems unaware, so I have no idea what's going to come of that later. I mean, weirder things have happened than this thing getting a sequel, so I don't know. Maybe. They do have a pretty baked in excuse of the pandemic constantly stopping and starting the hype for this and allowing like 2 other films that contractually had to like come out at certain points to set up for like other films. Which Carnage had to come out before Spider-Man, and Spider-Man had to come out at a certain date according to Disney, so that those went by. Which then, this was supposed to hype up those 2 a little bit and lead into it a little bit and kind of hint at the Sinister Six. So, it's a reasonable excuse they may try and get away with. But I don't know. Anywho, she gets kind of fidged a little bit, and it's, again, I could have used more establishing of the relationship. You know, more interactions between them to actually make me feel something. They actually do go for, like, the traditional vampire thing, which I don't know if that was actual possible for Morbius. Again, he's, like, referred to as a living vampire, because he has a lot of traits you would associate with a vampire due to, like, mutant genes that he's instilled to himself, and, you know, spicing it with vampire bat stuff, which, again, turning you into a smoke monster makes no sense. Hello! Oh, wait. No, oh, no, we're just doing a review right now, Blank. Doing a review. I'm doing this live, so he's there. Don't worry. And don't worry, this is all up on YouTube, so we can sync up and watch the film at any time. Anywho, back to the review. Just kind of gets fridged a little bit, and Morbius is supposed to be, there we are, living vampire. All the characteristics you would assume with a vampire, but he's still a living organism, you know? He's still alive, whereas an actual vampire is like referred to as an undead creature. You know, things like crosses in holy water and sunlight do not hurt Morbius. So, yeah, kind of. I'm just doing the review. Yeah. Sorry, just doing a review of the clip and chip. Yeah, I'm just, now that there's actual chat going, let me just Where was it? Let's get this on up. So you can see what I'm referring to. There, part of the review now. Yay. Anywho. So, but they go for the traditional approach of reviving vampire. What's it? The person drinking a bit of vampire's blood, and then the vampire drinking a bit of their blood, thus initiating them as newborn. it's an adaptation, so I guess they can go with it. And I'm not the biggest into the Marvel lore. I know bits about it. Bits of the even deep stuff, but like not everything. So maybe it's canon. I don't know. And yeah, there's some cool stuff going on at the fight scene, like a cool shot with just like Matt Smith's character just falling back to have a fight in the air with Morbius. But like, honestly, I feel like Milo does more damage to himself than actual Morbius. But and there's some cool stuff going on between them as well. It's kind of neat. Anyhow, they end up in the sewers. Morbius looks down and out for the count before he lets out a big, silly roar. Fuck. And summons a wave of bats. Just an entire colony of bats around him that he then has the ability to control. And I will stress, it is incredibly silly, but I'm here for it. I love that. I can't help but love that. As you can tell, based on this VTuber model, I like bats, you know? I like them. And just being able to control an army of them just seems like a lot of fun. And it ends up proving effective, so who am I to judge? Again, silly, but made me ever so happy to watch. Now. And yeah, they set up like, here's the substance that is like not good for bats and is like lethal to humans. I'm just gonna jab this into his heart and hopefully this will work out. I assume it does. He does appear to be dead but after that, but yeah. And again, I think I called this out in the movie. Like, if they had established like the disease they were suffering from would also cause mental deterioration that would cause them to behave more erratically and become more unstable as time progressed, and like the serum that gives them the vampire strength only fixes them physically, it doesn't repair whatever damage has been done to them because of this mentally, up in the brain. Then, and also just like living with this condition as well, the actual trauma that can affect your development as a person. Yes indeed, I do love bats playing. If they had established that, and by the time he got this, he was just like doing his best to keep together, but he was pretty far gone, pretty like erratic, and was slightly prone to outbursts, but was trying to keep himself in check. But then with the powers became so drunk on those powers that he just mixing that with his state just turned into a violent serial killer, whereas like Morbius was able to like always experimenting himself and keeping close eye on his health, doing everything he possibly could, was just in a better state, then that could have worked. And also, kept they tried for a sympathetic death. That could have worked as well if they had established all of that. But they don't. It's just like a physical disease, and it just seems like Milo's a bit of a jerk, apparently. But they didn't really establish that beforehand. He just gets vampire powers and is a serial killer. If they had just done that, I feel like this film probably would have been a lot better received. Again, extra half hour to work on a lot of character stuff probably would have been a far greater film. But also funny cuts because of like delays and like the two films it was supposed to lead into coming out before it. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on like the overall film. In terms of like the plot structure and like critiquing that. In terms of character work and actors, what they did. Milo and Matt Smith and Jared Leto both bring like awkward charm to both of the representative characters. Morbius and again Milo, though I feel like they try to make Jared Leto just a little bit more charismatic, and it doesn't seem bad. My main thoughts on this film as a whole is it's not spectacular in a good sense or bad sense, so I'm pretty perplexed by je ne sais quoi. This having 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. There are things far worse than this that deserve way more hate. And I'm just baffled this seems to get pile-dogged by a lot of the more established critics, while still also having like a 71% audience rating, which makes sense. Not to say they always have to perfectly align, going super hard critical. Yes, I believe there's a good bit to critique here, but not 17% or lower bad. at the lowest, this should be somewhere in the 20s, but like on average, I think it's what's it, high, mid to high 30s, maybe low to mid 40s at best in terms of critical response. But like, I don't know, man. I had a fun time with it, going in with my expectations properly set. But yeah, I believe like for what it is, Matt Smith and Jared Leto certainly did a decent job. I don't believe anybody else, just looking at the rest of the cast here, had a bunch to work on. Hence, that extra half hour could have been pretty useful for everybody else. But again, for what they had, like I couldn't point to a bad actor in the cast who was like majorly phoning it in. You know, at least based on their performance, there might be some things I especially like the detectives, but I feel like that's more of a script issue, than direction or acting. It's just like not a lot there for them there, which then questions what is it justified to have so much screen time of them? Which I'd say it's not, but that's not anyone on screen's fault. So, but yeah. Again, but there is a core flaw within this film, a essential dilemma. Like Morbius wondering, like, I can't cross this line, thinking like, oh, if I start eating blood, that means like I'll have to start killing people. But it's like, again, this is fairly common knowledge if you just do the briefest of researching into like blood donations. Like every time there's a big nationwide surge in the US or anywhere else, countless liters of blood expire and go bad because it's just way more than they need at one given time that they could ever possibly need to use, and thus like it expires before they can actually use it. You can't just put it in a freezer indefinitely. It eventually becomes unusable. It's more about like having steady, consistent donations, and like again, they say this a line that is absent from the film, that is in the trailer: the cure being worse than disease. Sodden. But like, this vastly improves the physical conditions of people's lives, and the only trade-off is the requirement to drink blood, which I feel like if there was just like a stronger, more decent push for like blood donations, there would be more than enough, A, for every hospital, like in every nation, but also B, enough to also supply a steady food supply for like the vast minority of people with these severe chronic diseases that are in every other sense besides what this would be uncurable, that it would be sustainable to just up blood donations and feed them off of that. This does actually seem like a pretty decent cure for a lot of physical conditions, again, probably shouldn't be given out willy-nilly, and probably would need to be rules set up based off, apparently Morbius being able to turn his girlfriend. But like, again, this technically is a cure. There's definitely symptoms, but anyone with like nerve damage or like any other chronic condition that affects developments of the muscles or the ability to process blood or anything like that, any number of physical things like that, this would cure them. But it's treated as like this inherently dangerous thing just because of the necessity for blood. But again, it feels like with just the percentage that exists out in the world who would A, fall under the need for this, and B, within those people actually want to do it, it's just such a small percentage of the population it would be sustainable to provide them blood. And again, if this film had actually like tackled that subject, it would have been rather interesting, like compared to juxtapositioning like that serious debate over the logistics of being able to do that with just like one person, regardless of like whatever condition they are in, going mad with power and becoming a serial killer. Thus also causing like a moral and ethical debate about administering this cure to others, because you're never really sure when and if they could go mad with power and lash out, but that's also kind of true of everybody, so it's like, that would be an interesting debate for this film to have had in it, but it doesn't. And I feel like that's the biggest thing wrong with it. It feels like so close to actually getting some interesting stuff there, really interesting stuff, not just like cool spectacle stuff with like the fights, the vampires, the smoke, the cool jacket with the purple lining. I just want to bonk Jared Leto on the back of the head to take. What's it? So close to actual interesting things of substance, such as that moral debate and character work, that it's just frustrating that it misses. But again, not 17% frustrating. I feel like it's just I said this before. I feel like some critics are like overly harsh on certain media properties that, you know, have a bigger budget and then there's a bigger marketing arm and thus, you know, a bigger audience because of that larger marketing arm than a lot of like, probably in terms of like character work at the very least, you know, interactions and plotting, superior films, just because like they couldn't advertise themselves to the extent that Morbius got to, even with the horrible time it had because of the pandemic. And are just like overly harsh on some of these films, like more than they need to be. Not to say like this is an excellent film by any standards, but again, it's a silly film you can have a good time with. So sad it doesn't. But yeah. I mean, that, and I think I said before, the special effects can be better. I believe that's all my thoughts on this film, so I believe that shall be the end of the review. And now we're gonna do the end for this review, you know, YouTube video, and then I'm gonna end stream as well after that, so people watching live get to listen to this twice. Well, what's it? It is slightly different for a video, so let me pull this back up again. Where is it? Aha. Transition. Yeah, new PC fund. It'd be a huge help if you could donate to it. Reason I can't really edit stuff out too much is because this laptop bricks whenever I try and edit a video longer than like 60 seconds that I upload clips for on the Sod Passion Gaming. Anywho, yeah, that would be a huge help. And anyhow, for the general stuff, like, comment, share the video about the place, subscribe, hit the bell, all those things would be hugely helpful, and I'd dearly appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed getting to watch me do a review with my VTuber model. Not something I do often. Now, yeah, I don't have to awkwardly vamp to end this, because of, you know, I don't have to hit the je ne sais quoi stop recording button. So I'll just say, Tata Wiedersehen, until we meet again. Bye-bye. Watch some of my other videos. Okay, we'll call that a good cut there. What do you think? Oh, Morbius, it's the meme movie that everyone was doing, you know? Everyone was talking about. I was doing a watch-along where, like, you sync up me watching it with you, and I'd just be commenting along with the film, you know? Oh, I'm gonna stick around for a little bit. That was just for the review. I'm gonna highlight that bit, download the MP4, and upload it to the other channel. So, like, I'm still gonna be here for a moment. Yeah, I'm still gonna be here for a moment. But, like, also, like, I do a solid count in, so, like, you can rewatch this at any time with the film playing if you feel up to it. And, get the same experience, really. Why, thank you. A bit rough, but all in all right now. I can't put in the pre-recorded ending I normally do anymore. So, yeah. Again, this whole premise of this stream was a watch-along, where we do the best to sync up, and then, like, I would be commenting on the film as you're watching it, so... I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. The pandemic really messed with this film. I feel like it probably not gotten, like, $1 billion. Lord, no. But I feel like this would have been a pretty, like, decent earner if it had come out when it was originally intended to. Back in, like, 2020. Instead of getting these constant delays because of the pandemic, and then having the two other films it was supposed to lead into coming out, thus hurting the reception for this. because I'd have to like edit that in, and I can't edit with this laptop anymore, like long videos, because like it bricks entirely, and thus I can't do anything else. And there's always like a lot of stuff I need to be doing, making thumbnails, scheduling things out, looking things up. Putting tags in for videos, clipping stuff from previous streams, etc. Trying to get back to Skillshare. I need to do that more often, but like, anyhow, there's just a lot of stuff that I can't do because this laptop completely bricks when it's trying to edit a video longer than 60 seconds. Again, like, even just to rip this entirely, that entire highlight section, and then export it again with that pre-recorded ending, would probably leave me unable to do anything for like 6 hours with my laptop, so it is a shame. Oh god, I was about to say maybe I should put the music back on. This whole setup I have right now has a, Bluetooth earbud, keeping me informed of what's happening audio-wise on the laptop right now. And god, it's coming in so choppy for me. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to leave it without it. My apologies, but I can't be dealing with that. It took a lot of farming though, but it was gonna be worth it. Today both professors in school left, and I played a lot of Clash of Clans and started building the Artillery Eagle. Ooh. I'm also not planning or watching the movie. I'm too lazy to watch the entire movie. Fair enough. Fair enough. I thought it was a fun thing. It's something I'd like to revisit again in the future, but I do realize inherently it's like, again, it's never really dated because like you can just sync up the movie at any point, so. But at the same time, I do realize this has a better payoff with a larger audience that I don't presently have. It's like, I had a fun time. I kind of do like to talk about movies as I'm watching them, so hopefully hopefully it's entertaining for anybody who does partake. I'd love to do more of these again in the future as well, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Also, it does serve as a very convenient way to get content for the other channel. Just review it immediately afterwards and upload it. Works out pretty well, if I'm going to be honest. Low frames per second? Not really. Not really. This, again, very poor laptop. I need a better computer at this point, and yeah, I'm gonna have to see about loan. But first and foremost, though, I think, god, one of the more median things is getting like a loan to get a new phone because my one is starting to break. I think it's also just like because the lack of processing power doesn't track me so well. You can kind of, I think the movement up and down. Yeah, it's supposed to be very slow and steady. Yeah, I probably will. I mean, if you have any like suggestions, I probably want to stick to stuff I haven't watched before, like either new stuff that comes to VOD recently or like some old stuff I've never seen. Throw some suggestions into future games, in the Discord server, and I'll consider them. Because honestly, I had a lot of fun doing this, and like, as much as I do love playing games and like thinking critically about them and all that as well, it can certainly get a bit tiring jumping from new game to new game so constantly. I will say this was a very nice palate cleanser, and like will probably keep my energy up for having play Kenya Bridge of Spirits while. But yeah, I had a fun time. I probably will do this again. So if you got any suggestions, and I'm not familiar with that MVM tour, and try and get the Gildan Pan. You have no suggestions, or because you ended that with a question mark? Yeah, again, if you have any suggestions, just put them in like future games right now. That's kind of what I basically have for like future stream stuff, so it feels appropriate as anywhere to put it. Oh, did you mean not in suggestions? And yeah, let's just click that, scroll up, mark this on there, don't check the Discord server. Honestly, this was very fun. I'd probably have to find somebody to raid real soon, as well over on Twitch. But yeah. No segstitions. Sextitions. No sextitions. Oh god, this again a very silly movie, but I had some fun with it. I laughed out loud so many times at Matt Smith's antics. It is just, oh god, I loved it. Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. Well, I mean, what time is it? Wouldn't you be coming out of school just recently? Like, oh, you probably have tests coming up towards the end of the year. No, this is summer. Unless you're like a different region that has like the vacations at different times, so. Oh. Well, I hope you start improving in school. My best advice is not to hyper worry about it and take a more relaxed, engagement of it. Don't stress too much, and oh, do not just cram it all in at one night. You kind of want to like study regularly and often in little bursts, so that way you retain the information over a long period of time. Just cramming it all in one night leaves you prone to forgetting it as time goes on. So even if it's just the day before, like the amount you have forgotten compared to like consistently studying every like just for like 15 to 20 minutes every day about all your subjects as opposed to cramming it in all the night before a big test and never doing it again, you'll get far more effective results. Anyhow, let me copy and paste this. So, because yeah, I gotta to set up the thing. Come on, do the thing, do the thing. Control V. That's why now I write to you in Spanish. Ah, okay, let's catch up on this. Ah, you little jack, you lost the highlight. Mean laptop. Not behaving properly. But do paste. I am in another region where it is now winter. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Copy and paste this. Sad thing about Ozzo's avatar being destroyed, besides him going through all those difficult stuff, is like I finally got commands working again on Twitch. They can't experience it. And also on Fridays, I arrive at this time at my house. Ah, yeah. Today's Thursday, though. I mean, if it's Fridays, I'll be streaming. Oh, yeah, I probably will be streaming way before then. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, still, I hope you do well in school. Have a great time. Moment, copy and paste. A moment to copy and paste, I'll assume. Paste. Copy and paste moment, indeed. I don't mind indulging, because it is a lot easier for people. Yeah, you get the IRL YouTube where that review will be going up, the lurk, unlurk, uptime. I don't think that works with YouTube. It doesn't provide the necessary information. You gotta hug, you gotta donate, you gotta fish, I'll fish. Oh, I didn't put in I'll fish into the commands. Basically, fish, you just put a name there after the fish, and then that's what is fishing. If you just put in I'll fish as the command, you'll be the one doing the fishing anyhow. Same with the harem is what's it? Exclamation point harem is your harem, but exclamation point I'll harem is you harming somebody else. I don't think anyone's used that word that way before. You harming somebody else. Silly. Anyhow, I do believe that is everything to go over when it comes to my thoughts on the film, watching it, and doing some end screen stuff. So, I believe it's time to do a final call to action, the real one for the stream, and then find somebody to raid on Twitch and me adding the link into the YouTube chat so you can follow over if you feel like it. So, without further ado, it's time to say ta-ta, Wiedersehen. until we meet again. Oh, wait, no, wait, I have the whole thing to do first. Silly me. First, I play back. Hope you have a wonderful time. Those on YouTube channel, Saw Passion Gaming. Be sure to like, comment, share the video about the place, and to subscribe and hit the bell. Now for this channel, but my other channel, Saw Passion Projects, and our channel where I talk about whatever I want to do reviews various media. You can find a link to it about the channel, about the Twitch relation. At those on Twitch, be sure to click the again for the video, add me to your hostess and turn on auto host to help visibility of the stream. And first and foremost, give me a follow. Not only Twitch, but all my social media accounts you can find via my link tree, including uploading podcasts about gaming, tech news, a fair bit of rambling between myself, Silas, and hopefully again Merrick. You can also donate to New PC Fund, which would be a huge help. You can do so by typing !donate into the chat, looking at the description, and looking at the link tree for links to that Ko-Fi link tree and Streamlab donation pages, as well as a Patreon page you can pledge to. Of course, do not feel obligated to donate. Your time is already more than enough, and I appreciate you being here, live on VOD. Thank you very much for your time. Learn to support the stream on VOD. Void. Did I say void? Whoops. My bad. I meant VOD. VOD as the, video on demand. Anywho. Yeah. YouTube just doesn't provide the type of information needed for that command to work for live streams, which is really annoying. But oh well. Anywho, where was I? One final thing to cover, isn't there? Well, 3 actually. Shorts on the YouTube channel, Sod Passion Gaming. Watch them, like them, engage with them, comment. It's helping out the channel immensely. We're getting tons of new people that have never seen anything from me before, finding me via the shorts and subscribing to the channel. It is a huge help when you engage with them. Be sure to give every one of them a like. Thank you very much. Land. Sod, I tried, okay? Oh, my bad. I assumed it was learned that you tried to say, but I also said it funny, didn't I? Whoops. Okay, my bad. Silly me. Anywho. Anyhow, do all the good stuff with the shorts. Join the Reddit as well. That's a huge help. Helps build a community, shares memes and stuff. You can also do that in the Discord server as well. Join that. And also in the Discord server right now, I have a poll going on for which I will place Halo Infinite on one of my alternating Friday slots. And I'm open to suggestions for what will be replacing Kenya Bridge of Spirits once I finish that tomorrow. So there'll be open suggestions and then another poll after that. So join the Discord server and take part in those polls. Give me feedback and suggestions to the future. Now, after all of that, we'll find somebody's raid, and I'll share the link in the YouTube chat to follow. So, ta-ta, Wiedersehen, until we meet again. Bye-bye. Let's transition to the offline. And then the scratchy music for me, because of this whole setup I have. I tested before, it's a lot smoother for those actually listening, but for me, oh no. No. Let us close the face rig. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sounds terrible. It's kind of like biting your tongue or your lip. It's like a self-inflicted injury that you just kind of have to suffer through. That sucks. Anywho. Where was I? Oh, yes. Finding somebody to raid. Which involves me doing this. Clicking on back to Twitch to find somebody. Back to Twitch. We're gonna refresh this page as well, so that way the raid goes a lot smoother. Anyhow, Blank, I'm so sorry for your foot. Try getting something like some cold ice, to put on the sore part to help with that, reduce the swelling as well. I think it's not serious enough for a painkiller, so... Oh well. Oh, I'm very tired. I'm dangerously close to maybe lucking in to getting my sleep schedule back on track. But we'll have to see about that in the long run. Now. Who to raid? Who to raid? Ooh, it's been a while since we've done them. Let's give them a raid. Do give a moment until I raid over on Twitch to join in the chat and say hi. It really adds to the effect. But do. It's YouTube is now loading all your old chats. Blink. They're all coming in a wave now. Anyhow, issue. There you go. And once you hear me say the raid's been successful, feel free to hop over. But you're under no obligations whatsoever to join the raid. So. Let me just copy this part of the username. Wait for all this to load in. Ah, there it is, all at once. Rather conveniently, I must admit. Raid the channel. Raid the channel. Control V. Sign the name. Start the raid. Count the down. Me setting up this to auto end. As such, enable. I'm gonna have to fix my whole thing. Because it's acting up right now. Okay, ready to go. One final time. Ta-ta, auf Wiedersehen. Until we meet again. Bye-bye. And pretty raid going in 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go! I clicked the raid, there we are. It worked out perfectly. Anywho, bye everyone. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Ta-ta.